A new day brings more questions surrounding the happenings behind these walls. The detainment of the country's former head of state is the first of its kind, and as a result, the country is curious to know the details of his new living arrangement.
The former president will be placed in isolation for a period of 14 days. Furthermore, he will be assessed by our medical team in conjunction with the South African Health Military Services, and this will determine the conditions of his incarceration. This assessment is done to determine the major risks and needs of the offender. A complete profile report will then be submitted with recommendations to the Case Management Committee in line with all the assessments that have to be done.
Zuma's treatment within the centre was the burning question. The department says there will be no designated bodyguards for the former president or preferential treatment.
The former president is not getting any preferential treatment within the facility. He will be treated like any other offender that is within our facility.
If we wanted the former president to stay in a hotel and in a highly privileged area, we would have taken him to the hotel in Karadin there in the south coast. Or we would have taken him to one of our beautiful guest houses, breathtaking in the Western Cape, where you can even see the sea. Even that one of Karadin is next to the sea. We have got these guest houses across the country. But the policies and the Correctional Services Act is clear. He must be incarcerated where it's declared a correctional facility in terms of incarceration. Because the guest houses and the hotels that we have are not declared as incarceration facilities and so forth. So hence, there is no policy nor law that will have allowed us to do that.
In accordance with the Correctional Services Act, the former president will be eligible for parole after serving a quarter of his sentence. Concerning pending cases such as the rescission application, the department says it will observe the court's ruling and follow the necessary steps.
On the issue of what will happen when the Pietermaritzburg High Court makes a ruling tomorrow, we will cross the bridge when we reach there, and that's why it's a judgment. We all don't know what the judgment is going to be. So we will await the judgment, and upon release of the judgment, we'll study the judgment, and then it will direct us what to do.
The department says various assessments will be done to determine whether the former president will have to travel in and out of the facility to attend court proceedings. On Friday, the Pietermaritzburg High Court will deliver judgment on an application made by his legal team to execute a stay on his arrest. Next week, Monday, the Constitutional Court will hear his application for rescission on his sentence.